was the second selection overall in the '86 NHL entry draft. Only Joe Murphy went before him. As a rookie, he netted 37 goals for the LA Kings. In his second season, his goal total soared to 55. He later would be part of the blockbuster Wayne Gretzky deal. Last season in Edmonton, he reached the 100-point mark for the second straight year. At the age of 21, he is already perhaps the greatest American-born player of all time. Tonight, Jimmy Carson will don a Red Wings sweater for the first time as 19,000 Detroit fans welcome him home. From the hockey capital of America, Detroit, Michigan, Pass Sports presents the National Hockey League. Tonight, Rick Lee leads his Hartford Whalers into Joe Louis Arena to challenge the Red Wings. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Joe Louis Arena. I'm Marty Adler. Dave and Mickey standing by upstairs as we're set for the second of 3 games with the Hartford Whalers this season. The first game ended in a 3-all tie. One more to go after this. But, you know, the eyes of the hockey world are on Edmonton and Detroit tonight because of that blockbuster trade. Jimmy Carson is dressed. You'll see him as number 10, and he is on the ice tonight. When we return, Dave and Mickey will be here to assess tonight's game. You're watching Red Wing Hockey live on Pass.
Welcome back to the Joe Louis Arena. Dave Strader along with Mickey Redmond, and it's Friday night in Detroit. The Red Wings hosting the Hartford Whalers. As you look at the hottest goaltender in the National Hockey League, he was named NHL Player of the Week last week. He picked up a couple of shutouts. The goals against you see there, 1.99 is the best in the National Hockey League, and his save percentage at just over 91% is tied for second best in the league. Mike Liut in the nets for the Whalers tonight. And at the other end, also wearing number 1, a veteran, Glenn Hanlon, who relieved Tim Cheveldae in Wednesday night's 5-5 tie with the Philadelphia Flyers. Hanlon has not lost since the Wings' third game of the season when he lost 5-3 in Vancouver. He has 3 wins and 2 ties in his last 5 decisions. As you look at Lance Roberts, the referee tonight, drops the puck, and we're underway at Joe Louis Arena. John Shabbat between Danielle Shank on one side and former Whaler Torrey Robertson, number 14, who's not dressed for the last several games. Speaking of not dressing, let's get to the scratches right away. Of course, Greg Steffen's still out of the lineup, scheduled to play his second American League game with Adirondack tomorrow night. Kevin McClellan will not be in the lineup. We explained that. McKegney and Nill are injured, and John Mokosak is the extra. As you look at the officials, Ulf Samuelsson, Dave Tippett, Sylvain Cote, Mike Tomlak, and Mark LaForge are the scratches for the Whalers. It's dumped in wide of Liut, touched first by Adam Burt, plays it around the boards. Norwood could not hold it in. Norwood racing back to get the loose puck in his own zone. Norwood rushes across center ice, carries into the Hartford zone, drops it for Shabbat. He looks for Robertson. Backhand shot that was blocked in front. And the Whalers clear. Zambo will get there ahead of Verbeek. Zambo pressured there now by Scott Young as the Whalers put on a little forechecking pressure. These two teams played a couple of weeks ago to a 3-3 tie, a game in which the ice conditions were just horrible at the Hartford Civic Center. Koser is checked at center ice as he, Yzerman, and Gallant now out there for Jacques Demers, and here's Yzerman across the line. He was held without a point Wednesday night by the Flyers. He sends it across the Whalers zone. Here's Gallant, tried to dump it in front, it was blocked. Gallant again, comes right out. Liut the save. Got the right pad out there and the stick on it. And back come the Whalers. On the move, this is Michael Anderson, centering pass, and O'Connell had McDermott tied up. Chason sent it behind the net. McDermott with a big hit on Gallant. Chason plays it around the board, but waiting there is Babbage for the Whalers. Back for Anderson behind the net for McDermott. It's picked off by Chason. Gives it off to O'Connell, and the Wings get it out to center ice. Nice outlet pass. Yzerman now goes to Gallant. Tries to get it back. Chason is interfered with, and there's going to be a penalty. A delayed call. Hanlon goes to the bench. He's replaced by Fedorko, so the Wings have the extra attacker out there on the delayed call. Chason across the line, had it knocked off his stick, and as it's touched by Jody Hall, the call is made.
Well, right out of the gate, we may have a look at number 10, Carson, on the power play. It'll probably, of course, Yzerman and Gallant have been out there, and yes. Demers sends out number 10. The crowd with an appreciative roar, and Carson will play. It looks like on Yzerman's left side, or will he leave Gallant out and put Carson on the right? No, they're going to switch wings.
Well, it's becoming a standing ovation slowly.
Sure is.
Red Wings on the power play, Mick, were 0 for 5 on Wednesday night against Philadelphia, including one in the last 3 minutes of regulation that could have won the game. Hooking was the call on McDermott. So the Red Wings with a man advantage. And across the line, it's Chason. Gives it off to Gallant. He'll send it behind Liut. Yzerman is there. Carson was in front of the net, but the puck hops to Kevin Dineen, number 11. Dineen carries into the Red Wing zone. Chason played the body and played it well. Now Chason starts it back up the ice. He's out there with Salming on the point. And it's Yzerman, Carson, and Gallant up front. Salming tried to drive it ahead. It was blocked, and here comes Kevin Dineen. Up the left side, but he was covered by Yzerman, and the Wings started back again. Here's Carson carrying the puck the first time as a Red Wing. Through center ice, gives it off now to Chason. Chason is checked just inside the Hartford line, and the Whalers able to clear. Gallant starts it back up the ice, just under a minute left in the power play.
By himself.
Good poke check there. The Whalers standing up, not allowing the Wings to carry it in. Yzerman just hooked off the puck there. Michael Anderson will drive it back down the ice. So the Wings unable to get it into the zone to even set up against this Whaler defense. Now Barr and Pettit come out to join Yzerman. Randy Ladouceur gets to the puck first for the Whalers, and he clears the zone. Comes to Yzerman at center ice across the line with Barr and Fedek. Yzerman peels back now, waits for the late man coming. It's Norwood. Norwood's pass was blocked right to Barr in front, deflected, and it just went wide of the post. Fedek may have gotten a piece of that, and the Whalers clear. Dean Evison catches up to it at center ice, just 5 seconds left in the McDermott penalty.
Jimmy Carson, Dave, long gone to the bench after about 1 minute and 15 seconds, as he is not in game shape, but well enough to certainly go in short spurts. Offside by Barr, and the play called right there. The penalty has expired, and we're back to 5 skaters aside. No score in the game. Back after this.
Jimmy Carson, who's had his first shift, it was on the power play. The Wings did not get a shot on goal. The Whalers never allowed the Wings to get in there and set up. It's going to take some time. Remember, it's been almost 3 weeks since Carson's played in a game. In fact, it was October 13th when Edmonton played against the Boston Bruins. Here's Kevin Dineen up the right side. His shot was blocked by Salming, who cleared it off the boards, held in though. Sent toward the net by Brad Shaw, now cleared around the boards by Huda.
That should be icing.
And it will be icing. Shaw goes back to touch it up. Brad Shaw, originally drafted by the Red Wings in 1982, was traded in '84 to the Hartford Whalers for a Swedish player by the name of Lars Carlson that has never seen action in the Red Wing organization. Shaw, who has 7 assists on the season, had 4 of them in 1 game, and that was in a 7-3 victory at New Jersey last week. The Whalers, in their most recent game, lost to St. Louis in Hartford on Wednesday night 5-3, but they had won their 3 previous games. That game in New Jersey, that Shaw had the 4 assists plus the 2 shutouts.
Well, let's just say they played a little bit better than the outing against Detroit in Hartford. That wasn't much of a hockey game on either side. But behind Mike Liut, they got some life.
Salming back at center ice, drives it in behind Liut. Right now, Ramirez trying to get the line shift completed. He's got Federico playing center ice. Rookie Brent Fedek on the right side, and Dave Barr, a right winger, normally playing on the left side. Here's a lead pass ahead. Federico, though, cut off by Babbage, and the Whalers able to clear. With the deal that sent 3 forwards, all of whom play left wing mostly, to Edmonton. The wing short on the left side, and on top of that, McKegney out with the groin injury. Huda plays it ahead. Federico flips it into the Whalers zone, just out of the reach of Fedek, who's tied up by Babbage now. Whalers look to come out. A giveaway here. Barr couldn't get to it. It bounced in, though, wide of Liut. Here's Barr again. It's chopped off of his stick, taken by Fedek. Fedek plays it off the board. Barr picks it up. Quenneville all over him. Now it comes to Fedek. A shot and a save by Liut. The puck suddenly came back to Fedek, and Liut stopped him in tight. And an icing call against the Whalers. Wings come close, still scoreless. John Chabot, who was centering Peter Klima in recent weeks, has been assigned to what looks to be Jacques' checking line against the top scoring line of the Whalers, centered by Ron Francis. Chabot taking the draw here against Francis. Chabot sends it across in front of the Whaler net. Zombo sends it back in front. Liut bouncing puck, and he's able to cover it up.
That thing went off the Whaler defenseman, Adam Burt. And bounced right back to Mike Liut. He grabbed it quickly. Unfortunately for the Whalers, there was no Red Wing in the area out in front. Chabot got there a little late.
Mike Liut leading active goaltenders with 255 career victories. 22 of them by shutout. And he also leads active goaltenders in that category. Chabot, Francis tie up on the draw. And it's out to center ice. Pat Verbeek.
That son of a gun work. He's a tough kid.
Here's Ladouceur into the circle. Let's the shot go. They score! It may have been deflected by Francis, who cut in front of Hanlon, but Ladouceur let the shot go and got into pretty good scoring position to let it go, and the Whalers lead 1-0.
That play by Verbeek set that all up. He fought his way across right at the bottom of your screen, and he's long gone from it. He'll get an assist. Ladouceur banks it in. It may have gone off a number 4 Zombo. We'll have to wait for the announcement. There's Verbeek, fought up the right side, got it to Ladouceur, who had jumped up into the hole like playing left winger. There's the deflection right there. Whether it hit Francis after Zombo, we don't know.
It didn't look like from the first replay that Francis got to it, but it looked to be deflected by Zombo. So Francis and Verbeek draw the assist on the goal by Ladouceur, the former Red Wing. Here's Sean Burr now. Cross the line with Habshot and Carson. Back to Chason. Lets the shot go deflected wide of Liut. Now the Whalers looking to come out. This is Grant Jennings giving it off to Bradshaw. He sends it in wide of Hanlon. The way the Whalers have been playing defensively of late, the Wings don't want to get in too much of a hole. As it goes to Habshot up the right side. Lets a long shot go, blocked by Jennings. He cleared it right back on Carson's stick. Here's a steal by Carson behind the net. Looks out in front for Habshot. Hangs onto it. Now dumps it in front. Burr was checked on the play. O'Connell couldn't take it away from Jody Hull. The Whalers cleared. It comes back the other way in a 2-line pass as it came out of the Red Wing zone and hit the stick of that young man, Jimmy Carson, who heads to the bench now for the line change. Whalers with just the 1 shot on goal, but that one made good by Ladouceur. Incidentally, that was his first goal of the season. As you see, one of the many stats on Jimmy Carson.
It's going to take a little bit of time for him to get his stamina back. You can't practice well enough in any condition to be able to play in this game. It's just not the same speed, and your body does not react. And of course, you don't have the hitting, which changes everything around.
Yeah,
so, but you know, at 21 years old, how bad shape can you get in?
Yeah, that's right.
Pretty tough.
That was the thing, though, that he pointed out at the press conference yesterday. Carson said it's not the same as getting hit by a 220-pound defenseman along the board. That's the part you can't recreate in a practice situation.
You get out of shape at 21 and you got a big problem. Near impossible.
Here is Zambo intercepting the puck. Carries across the line. Lets the shot go. Liut made the save, but the play had been whistled offside. That's an example there of something we haven't seen Rick Zambo do a lot of. Now,
no.
I know as a winger, you probably would have preferred that he moved that puck ahead quicker.
Get it to me. Get it to me. I'm going, said Gallant, you know. He was on the fly. He tried to hold up, but, you know, sometimes when you're down there, boy, believe me, you sit up here where we are. The game looks so easy. You're up at level 4, level 3. It looks like an easy game that there's lots of room, but you put 10 big bodies down there on that ice surface, and there's not much room over there. And they don't always see what we see from up here. And that's the importance of moving the puck quickly when the hole opens and not holding onto it.
Here's Kostelic up the right side, lets a shot go. Hanlon got a piece of that. Here's Lawton holding it in. Dumps it back behind Hanlon. Taken by Zambo. It goes now to Yzerman. Up the left side, Gallant being checked by Lawton. Gallant sends it across the Whalers zone. Quenneville dumps it back behind his own net. Babbage gives it off to Kostelic. Kostelic's pass comes to center ice. Gavaderis is there, gives it off to Lawton, and Chris Gavaderis, the rookie, playing in just his 3rd game of the season, offside on the play. 11.5 to go in the first. Whalers with a 1-0 lead. Jacques Demers, who is quite relieved that everything is finally over with all the rumors. It really started last Monday. The report that Keith Gave had in the Free Press that a trade was imminent. It seems like it's been longer than that.
Yeah.
Hanlon back behind his own net, leaves it there for Doug Huda, gives it off to Norwood. 1-0 Whalers lead on a goal by former Red Wing Randy Ladouceur. Now Huda plays it out to center ice. Gallant is there. Gives it off to Yzerman on the move across the line. Yzerman lets the shot go. Liut may have gotten a piece of it with the end of his glove. Whalers look to clear. Norwood held it in for a moment. Now the Whalers do get it out center ice. Young drops it back. Ladouceur on the move. Lets the shot go, deflected by Huda. Huda is checked. The Whalers very quick. Young with a steal. Backhand shot and a save. Another chance. And that one's blocked by Norwood. Scott Young with a couple of great opportunities. Yzerman across the line, and Gallant was in there just ahead of the play. Steve Yzerman, as I mentioned, Mick, held without a point by the Flyers on Wednesday. That's the 4th game of the young season that Yzerman has not scored a point. It happened only 10 times all of last year, and the Red Wings with just a win, 2 losses, and a tie when Yzerman does not get a point, as we take a look at the chance that the Whalers had.
Well, the Red Wings do not want to give the Whalers these kind of opportunities in the early going. The Whalers can be one of 2 ball clubs, as we've seen. They can be very tight and stingy, and they've got some talent on this club, but also they can be very loose and be taken advantage of. But you don't want to give them a chance to make the script.
Barr couldn't get the shot away as Ray Ferrero came back and made a good defensive play, but Ferrero gives it away to Federko. Federko's pass in front picked off as Ferrero came back. Ray Ferrero starts it back now for the Whalers. Across the line, a little flip pass. He was looking for Dineen. It's broken up. Federko has it now. Plays it up the right side. It's tapped away by Jody Hull. Grant Jennings plays it up the boards. Hull is tripped up, but Ferrero has it now for the Whalers. Across the line, lets a long shot go. O'Connell blocked it wide of the net. Kevin Dineen couldn't corral it, but he corrals Federko. And the Whalers take over. Broken up just outside the Whaler line. Chason sends it back deep into the Hartford zone. Taken by Joel Quenneville. His pass intercepted by Zambo. Gives it on the left side. Federko flips it in wide to Liut. Liut out of the net, knocked it down. A little confusion down there in the Whalers zone as Hampshire was in forechecking. Zambo holds it in. Hampshire couldn't get to it. Now here's Burrell on the boards. His pass is blocked by Dean Evison. Hampshire gets there again, gets a stick on it. It comes around the Whalers zone. Kevin Dineen gets over there, but so does Salming to get a piece of it. Carson is hit as the puck comes center ice, and here's Evison up the right side. Dean Evison tries to cut right in. A poke check made by Hanlon.
Play by Hanlon.
Hampshire drives it into the Whalers zone. Taken by Babbage. Babbage pass comes center ice now for Michael Anderson, the former Buffalo Sabre, first-round draft pick. He tries to get it out in front. It never got through. Koser trying to work it along the boards.
Oh,
No
boy.
penalty? No.
Wow.
Lance Roberts saw that and just let it go. Boy, this is a different Whaler club than we saw a couple of weeks ago.
Well, they're belting it. McDermott hitting everybody in sight, number 23.
Zombo sends it in wide. 8:25 to go here in the period. Burr now along the board. Drops it back. Here's Yzerman trying to cut in, but he was double teamed. And Evison comes up with the puck. McDermott ran into Huda. Yzerman takes over the loose puck in his own zone. He'll try to get something going end to end here. Weaving his way through the crowd, gets across the line, picked up. Koser a shot, and Liuk the save along the ice. Francis cleared it off the boards, and Verbeek has it now. Heading back the other way.
Go for Francis, coming late.
Verbeek, long shot. Hanlon stopped that one. It seemed to fool him the way it came off his stick. And Huda starts it back now for Detroit. Huda across the line, makes a move, tries to cut around Jennings and ran into Jennings.
Oh, look out. Penalty coming up, delayed, may be a major if there's any blood. Offside will stop it right here.
Boy, that's a strange high stick as he was trying to get around the player while carrying the puck.
Yeah.
And Huda's going to get the penalty. We'll be back to see if it's 2 minutes or 5 right after this.
Doug Huda a moment ago going on the offense, and watch what he did. Tried to put the puck between the Whaler defenseman's legs, got the stick up and corked him right in the forehead accidentally, but the rookie referee Roberts didn't even check to see if there was blood drawn. It's only a 2 minute for the Red Wings benefit, if you can call that a benefit.
Whalers on the power play, and they have not been very effective. 18th overall in the NHL at just under 16%. They were 1 for 6 against St. Louis the other night. And in the first meeting between these two clubs, the Whalers just 1 for 7. But they've got some people out there that can do the job with Francis, Verbeek, and Dineen up front, although Kevin Dineen still looking for his first goal of the season after missing the first 5 games.
And this young kid, Scott Young, is a real good-looking hockey player.
He's got it right now out of Boston University and a member of the 1988 U.S. Olympic team. Young will drive it in. Off the glass, Hanlon just lets it go around the boards. Yzerman blocks it. O'Connell did not get it past Babbage, who goes to Young. Quick shot just wide of the net. And Dineen along the boards has it. Dineen in the circle. Lets the shot go, and that one grazed the outside of the net. Now Verbeek behind the net, trying to come out in front. O'Connell got a piece of it. It goes back now, and
he got the net.
Yes, it is off the magnet.
Boy, it's always that net and Hanlon. He's a master at that.
Yep.
Quite an interesting power play setup that the Whalers have. Verbeek a right-hand shot and a gunner. He scored 40 goals for the New Jersey Devil. I almost called him Generals.
USFL.
2 years ago, 46 goals. There's a guy who didn't score 46 goals. Maybe not his whole career, but Ricky Lee was a rugged defenseman with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Played some in the WHA. And had his sweater retired by the Hartford Whalers. Played for the Hartford in the WHA, actually. There's Pat Verbeek. 46 big ones 2 years ago for the Devils. And, of course, Dineen out there, Dave. Normally, Dineen came off a 40-plus goal season last year. And, as you mentioned, he's struggling. Hasn't got one yet.
Well, he had back spasms, which kept him out of the first 5 games. He's played in 9, but you don't know if he's been in full strength either.
Francis, number 10, the centerman. Francis came out of Sault Ste. Marie 9 years ago and averaged better than a point a game as an 18-year-old.
Here's Babbage, shot deflected. That hit Yzerman way out high. Here's Dineen, deflects it toward the front of the net. Hanlon alertly cleared it away. Francis again along the board, sends it to the far point. Babbage is there, 45 seconds left in the Red Wing penalty, and Shabbat able to pick it out of the air and deflect it out center ice. Francis up at the Detroit blue line, gives it off to Babbage, looking to cut in. His pass blocked by Zombo.
Good play by Zombo. That's another goal.
Young shot right into the glove of Hanlon, and he'll hang on.
Boy, the Whalers really got the isolation there. I'm not sure who it was that snuck in the far side. It was either Dineen or Verbeek. And Zombo made a good defensive play. He didn't only put the stick down, he put his body between himself and Francis and intercepted the pass. Have a look at it here. Babbage, not, there he is right there. He gets the body right down. It's Dave Babbage. A trivia question. What was his brother's name? And who did he score 50 goals for?
Face off to the left of Hanlon. It comes down to Chason. Chason able to work it down the ice. It was Wayne Babbage, wasn't it?
It was Wayne.
Who did he score 50 with? Pittsburgh?
You know, I forgot.
That's why it's trivia.
I'm not sure it was Pittsburgh or St. Louis.
Jody Hall checked by Shabbat. Chason with a big hit on Hall. Just a couple of seconds left in the penalty to Huda. He's out of the box now, but the Whalers still with the pressure. Now it's cleared out center ice. Adam Burt, also a local kid from Westland. All the talk about Jimmy Carson, of course, rightfully so, but Adam Burt has a few friends and family here. It's Gallant breaks in, and Burt breaks it up. Good defensive play by the youngster. And it's back center ice. Salming will drive it back in behind the Ute. Waiting over there is Barr. Lets it go for Gallant. Gives it back to Barr. Eiserman cruising for the front of the net.
Penalty coming up to Hartford as they touch it up, and the Red Wings get a next opportunity, or their second opportunity, rather, with the extra man. And we'll be back with that power play right after this.
Rick Lee's club will be shorthanded for the second time in this first period. And Adam Burt, who I mentioned, another local kid that's playing tonight, and he gets the penalty right there for charging. And the Red Wings trailing 1-0. And 0 for 1 on the power play. Again, it's Eiserman, Gallant, and Carson up front. It goes back to the line for Salming. He goes to Gallant in the circle. His pass was broken up by Jennings. Grant Jennings, though, failed to clear it. Carson is checked again, but Gallant sends it across for Chason. Chason moves it into the circle for Eiserman. Wings have it spread out. It goes in deep to Carson. He tries to stuff it in. A save. Rebound is blocked. But as Eiserman had a chance.
That Liut is on a roll, boy. He's hot. The nice give and go from Carson. Eiserman to Carson, back to Eiserman on the rebound. Eiserman's got Carson at the top of the circle, the bottom of the circle, actually. Boom. He points out in front. Good save, Liut. And Eiserman went for the front of the net. And big Liut, quick movement, got across there and kept it out. Here's how you see it from behind the net.
Boy, Liut closed off that hole between the pads in a hurry.
He played for the team that Babbage scored the 50 goals, St. Louis Blues.
Yes. Eiserman along the boards. Now it goes back behind the Hartford net. Carson has it there, gives it off to Gallant. Gallant moves into the circle. Still holds it, sends it out to Salming. Salming lets a shot go, and that's blocked by Francis up in the seats and out of play. Red Wings have not won in their last 5 games, 2 losses and 3 ties. The last victory the Red Wings had was back on October the 19th when they came from behind to defeat St. Louis 4-3. Carson will remain out there on this power play. You know, Carson, as we saw during your interview, Mick, during Red Wings today, the second highest drafted American-born player. Who was the highest drafted player? Obviously.
Drafted player. The drafted player is the key.
Yeah. Here's Carson in the circle. He's hooked to the ice and a penalty coming.
There you go.
And the crowd may have helped that one. Oh, and Gallant comes over and has some words for Deneen.
He wants to relax.
That's not a situation to go over and do that.
Not with a minute 6 left still in the other Hartford penalty. And hooking the call.
Well, Carson was drafted second overall, so obviously it had to be somebody that was drafted first overall.
Carson was 3 years. I'm trying to think. Was the first ever American-born player to be drafted #1. I know it's on the tip of my tongue. Let me think on it.
He should be on the tip of your tongue. He's playing tonight.
You haven't called his name yet, though.
I think maybe once. We take a look at it here.
Is he a tradesman?
A what?
He's not a plumber. He's a carpenter.
No.
Carpenter?
No. Playing tonight.
Oh, he's playing tonight. Okay.
I mean here. I'm sorry. He's in this game. I know. I got you confused now.
Okay.
Bradshaw goes off for the hook.
I'm going to go to the book and look it up.
Wings with a 2-man advantage. Eiserman will control, gives it to Chason. Chason holds the puck, sends it across. Quick shot there, and it flutters just wide. Gallant didn't get a lot on it, but it still almost fooled the Ute. Carson goes to Chason, to Eiserman. Back to Chason. Gives it to Carson. Now to Eiserman. Quick redirection, and the Wings misfiring a little bit here in the early part of this 2-man advantage. Chasson sends it to Yzerman. Now to Carson. Carson the shot and hit the side of the net.
Where'd it go? Yzerman's got it.
Half a minute left on the two-man advantage. Yzerman waits, fakes, now gives it into Fedorko. Fedorko, he misfired on the pass. Now Yzerman has it hop over his stick.
Just a bad break. That thing bumped on the ice and jumped right over his stick. And that's a two-line pass, but Carson doesn't touch. And they may get away with this.
And they do. Comes to Carson along the boards, moves it quickly. Gallant the shot, missed the net. Rebound, Fedorko!
Oh, what a save.
And Liut has it.
Ay, ay, ay. Mike Liut is everywhere between those 6-foot pipes. Why, he just threw that big body of his. Chasson did a good job to tie up Ladouceur. Yzerman comes in. Carson quickly moved it to Chasson, and boom, or Gallant rather. And look at Liut. He knows he's got to move, and he just scrambled over there against former teammate Fedorko and keeps it out. Bernie tried to stuff it. He knew he had to be quick with it, but not quick enough for Liut.
Just 2 seconds left in the Adam Bird penalty. But with this faceoff deep in the Hartford zone, if the Wings can control it, it'll take Bird a few seconds to get into the play. 56 seconds left in the penalty to Shaw with 3:08 left in the period. 1-0. Whalers lead on a goal by Randy Ladouceur back at the 6:22 mark. Red Wings have outshot the Whalers 7-4.
Brian Lawton.
Yeah, that's it. Drafted first overall in '83. Face-off. Yzerman controls cleanly. O'Connell goes to Gallant. It's now a one-man advantage. Adam Burt back into the penalty-killing setup for the Whalers. Gallant lets the shot go. Liut the save. There's a rebound there, but the Whalers clear it to the corner. Now Yzerman along the boards. Had it knocked away. Norwood, good job holding it in. But the Whalers on a second effort, able to clear. O'Connell for Detroit starts it back the other way. Drives it in behind Liut. He just lets it go. Up the board. Hit Barr's skate. Now he has checked Quenneville. That puck deflects right to Dean Evison. He sends it all the way down the ice. Hanlon moves it to Norwood. Now Barr at center ice. Carries into the Hartford zone. Just a couple of seconds left before Shaw comes out. Babbage has the loose puck. Cleared at center ice. Shaw is out. Whalers back at full strength. So the Red Wings fail to capitalize with better than a minute of a two-man advantage. Fedorko looking for some room. Backhands it into the Whalers zone. Outlet pass comes to Kevin Dineen. He gives it off and gets it back. Dineen trying to cut around Salming. He does. Lets the shot go and handle the save. Shabbat pushes it up the boards and Fedorko has it. Fedorko across the line. Habscheid heading for the net. Fedorko though checked by Ladouceur. Minute and a half left in the period now. Ladouceur still has the only goal of the game. He gives it up to Kevin Dineen, and Ladouceur gets it back. He's hooked by Shabbat. And the play offside at the Detroit line late here in the first period. 1-0 Hartford. Just before we went to the commercial, you saw a little bit of a gathering of the clan after the offside was called, and Mark Habscheid got the only penalty. 2 minutes for roughing at 18:35. So here is Babbage sending it in behind Hanlon. He couldn't get back there to stop it. Scott Young gives it off to Dineen. Dineen, tough angle, shovels it in deep for Francis in the corner. O'Connell works him over. Dineen comes over to help out for the Whalers. Burr is there for the Wings.
Francis lost his stick.
Now he comes right in front of Hanlon. Zambo sends it to the boards. Babbage pitches in. Now Verbeek has it. Verbeek sends it off the boards for Francis. Francis right out in front. Verbeek misfired on it.
Wow.
Oh, the good setup. Yzerman will clear.
Good thing he misfired. He had a pretty good side to shoot at, too.
40 seconds left in the period as it comes to Pat Verbeek, center ice, broken up by Shabbat. Ron Francis ran into Norwood. The puck is inside the Detroit line, and Norwood on the seat of his pants waiting for the call. Well, as you would expect, a lot of friends and family here for Jimmy Carson, and we have a note here. One of his cousins stopped up, and he said, we want to congratulate our cousin Jimmy Carson coming home to Detroit playing with the Red Wings, and that's from Tim and Tom.
Well, he certainly has to feel comfortable with the standing ovation he got here from the crowd at Joe Louis Arena his first time on the ice. He's going to fit in very, very well. Congratulations go out to Patty and Greg Roll on the birth of their second child, David James, October 28th, named after Dave Lewis and Jim Rutherford.
Wow. Well, they're very involved in the Forum Club, are they?
Right, exactly.
Why else would you name your kid after Dave Lewis? Just kidding, Louis.
He's going to hear this tape, too.
Babbitt's shot was deflected. It goes to Ferraro. Back to Babbitts. Lets another one go. Rebound. It hit the post. They score. Hanlon had it stopped. It trickled by him and hit the post. And I didn't see who it was that darted in there for the Whalers to bang it home.
Ronnie Francis was there. Went right and laid right up against the goalpost. And it's a power play goal. Babbage with the original shot gets through. And Ferraro goes back to Babbage. He drills it again. And Francis the first time hit Hanlon. Look where it goes, right against the post. And he just stuck that blade in there and stuck it in for a 2-0 Whaler lead. A good look at it here now from behind the net. Right there. Not much Hanlon could do. He couldn't get there quicker than Francis. He was off balance from the original shot.
And number 26, Ray Ferraro.
There's a couple of seconds left in the period, and that'll do it. Babbage and Ferraro draw the assist. So the crowd, which came here in a good mood to welcome Jimmy Carson home, perhaps a little bit disappointed, but that man number one, Mike Liut, who exits toward the dressing room with his teammates, had a lot to do with the fact that it's 2-0 in favor of the Whalers. Well, we've changed things around a little bit in our format. We're going to have Redmond's Corner coming at you in our first intermission right after this.
Let's take a look now at the first period scoring summary. Randy Ladouceur getting his first of the year at 6:22 from Francis and Verbeek. It happened this way. Verbeek had already gotten it to Francis. Francis over to Ladouceur. He fires to the stick side of Glenn Hanlon, and it goes in. Once again, here is Francis now. Across the ice to Ladouceur. He skates into the circle and fires to the right side, the short side. And it's 1-0 Hartford at 6:22. Then Francis will get his 9th of the year on the power play at 19:51. Babbage and Ferraro will get the assist on this one. Now there is a bit of a scramble here. Babbage fires from the point. The scramble is in front. And Ferraro gets it back to Babbage. Let's try this one more time. And there's Francis stationed right at the corner of the net, and he gets it in. You can't allow that to be happening. Once again, Babbage with the shot. Ferraro ends up getting it. Try it one more time, Randy. Okay, he doesn't get it in this time, but right there on the doorstep is Ron Francis. That's number 9 of the year. With that, that goes along with 8 assists, and he now leads the Hartford Whalers in points with 17. Now the shots on goal in that first period, the Whalers had 7. The Red Wings outshot them with 8 shots on goal. Now let's head up to Dave and Mickey.
Back at the Joe Louis Arena, 2-0 the Whalers over the Red Wings. And just to finish up on that trivia question we were talking about, of course, since Brian Lawton was drafted number 1 and Carson was drafted number 2, there was another U.S.-born player drafted first overall. That was in 1988, Mike Modano. And of course, out of the Detroit area, that would be something I'm sure that many of our viewers was aware of as we were talking about it. But Lawton being the first one to be drafted that high, that was really what we were getting at. And since the two of both Lawton and Carson have been drafted, of course, Modano did go first overall in 1988. Well, we want to pass along, of course, that downtown Detroit will be welcoming college basketball back to the sports scene, as Cobo Arena is now the new home for the University of Detroit Titan basketball team. And during the week, you can call this number. You might want to jot it down, 927-1700. 927-1700 to order your University of Detroit Titan basketball season tickets, individual game tickets also have gone on sale as of November the 1st. And the Titans home opener is on November the 25th. Detroit's own Mitch Ryder will be providing some music entertainment after the game at Cobo. And I understand from some people that saw the new basketball floor down there at Cobo, the spectacular looking setup, brand new floor, a new paint job, and Ricky Birdsong and his club looking forward to playing their home dates at the Cobo Arena.
That man stood out in the first period, 2-0 Hartford. And Mike Liut stopped several of the 8 Red Wings shots that were of the dangerous variety. Stopped Federico's old teammate at short range. Carson had a good opportunity. Yzerman had a good shot. I'd say about 5 of those 8, Dave, were very good scoring chances by the Wings, but couldn't get it by the big fella.
I understand the other night in Hartford when the Whalers were beaten 5-3 by the Blues that Liut played very well that night as well. You can't always tell that in a 5-3 loss, but
well, we mentioned he was player of the week.
Yes,
thought I heard you did say that earlier with those back-to-back shutouts.
They won 2-0 at home over Quebec and 1-0 at Boston Garden. That's something to go on the road.
Is that ever? In that building with that small corners and the small blue line area, angles.
Yzerman on the move against Burt. Makes a couple of moves. Tried to slide the puck through his legs. Couldn't get through. Whalers bang it off the boards. Deflected by Verbeek. Held in by Zambo. Zambo goes to Salming. Sends it toward the net. And the puck was up too high. Ladouceur now with a 3-on-2 for the Whalers across the line. Young drops it back. Ladouceur lets the shot go. Salming went down to block it. Lead pass. Yzerman's out at center ice, and he's onside 1-on-1 against Burt. Yzerman lets the shot go, and it hit the defenseman.
Look at this. Koser
comes loose to Koser. Koser holds, sends it in front. It's blocked. Yzerman again. Tried to get the pass through to Gallant, and it was stopped.
Look out. Boy, you can really tell the difference, when they are shadowing Yzerman. Look out, Carson.
For Carson with a chance, and he hit the post.
Oh, you can hear it up here. Man, would have been nice to see that one go in.
Carson right off the bench got into scoring position. There's a loose puck up in the air, comes down. Chason holds it in, sends it back wide of the Hartford net. Deneen able to clear the zone.
Excuse me, Dave. The kid's got a great eye for the net. As he said in our interview, I sniff it out and smell it out, and boy, I tell you, he does. Look out here, Ferraro.
Ferraro drops it back. A good play by O'Connell to break it up. Big collision right at the Detroit blue line, and Spur picks it up behind his own net, starts it the other way. Deneen sends it back into the Detroit zone. Chason gets back there. He drops it back, but it's picked off. Ferraro centering past Carson there defensively, but it's out at the line, and Hanlon makes a save there on Babbich's drive. Now Burr, checked by Babbich. It's back in front of the Detroit bench. O'Connell sends it ahead. Carson between the defense. Oh, he's hooked. What's the call going to be? What's the call?
Penalty shot, I think so. Is it? Or no? No, it isn't.
I don't know. He hasn't indicated a penalty yet.
No, I know he hasn't. It was a strange reaction physically by the referee. Is it going to be?
Oh,
yes,
look at this.
It is. Look out for this one. Here we go.
There he is.
Carson was clear in the hole, hooked down by the shoulder, and the rookie referee makes the penalty shot call. Jimmy Carson, in his first game as a Red Wing, with the stands on their feet at Joe Louis, will go one-on-one with Mike Liut, and we'll let you watch it.
Shot awarded to Jimmy Carson.
Mike Liut wins the battle, as the goaltender usually does. And boy, you can tell when a goaltender is hot, because you know Carson wants to shoot the puck. He doesn't want to deke. And Liut just showed him nothing.
Well, you're right. The goaltender does have the advantage. I'm not sure if Carson may have mishandled this puck. He went to the backhand. See him fake the shot. He didn't really mishandle it, but he tried to pull it and tuck it. Watch him show Liut the face of the stick right there. He tries to freeze him, and Liut doesn't go for it, and he just does the slide with the pad and there's nothing there for Carson, but what a script.
Oh, boy. And a pretty gutsy call by the young referee to call the penalty shot in that situation. Across the line, McDermott. It was blocked by Norwood up in the air. And Shabbat. So two great chances for Carson. The penalty shot and the chance before that they hit the post. Here is Barr. Rolls it in front. Liut steers it away. McDermott, look out, he's run into by Norwood. It's held in by Shabbat. Fedorko behind the net. Fedorko out in front. And he waited a bit too long. The Whalers took it off his stick. Across the line, Dean Evison. Evison rolls it in front. Anderson, stop, rebound chance, and it never got through to Hanlon. And the icing call made against the Wings. 3 minutes into the second period, we've had an unsuccessful penalty shot by Jimmy Carson. It remains 2-0. Jimmy Carson talking with Sean Burr on his right and Fedorko on his left just a moment ago, saying, hey, what should I have done against your former teammate? But you know, the goaltender does have an advantage. That's the 5th penalty shot of this young season. The goaltender has won all 5 times. Here's a shot. Adam Burton, a save made there by Hanlon on the wings, back the other way. Zambo backhands it in wide of Liut. Adam Bird is back there. He is hit hard by Koser. Gallant and Yzerman back there as well. But Ron Francis comes out with a loose puck, gives it off to Verbeek, who clears it the other way. Scott Young racing after it. Salming cuts him off and slaps the puck to the corner. Bird back inside his own zone, gives it off to Verbeek. His pass knocked out of midair by Yzerman. He drops it back to Zambo. Now on the move, Yzerman. Across the line, has Koser behind him. Yzerman looks to cut in and lost the control of the puck. Adam Burt hit there by Gallant. Sends it around for Scott Young. Chason pinched in, but it's recovered by Francis.
2 of them.
Ladouceur now across the line, being hooked. Gets the pass away, but it ends up in the corner. Gallant able to clear it across center ice, taken by Koser. Koser against Ladouceur. Sends it across, just missed the far post. Yzerman has it, gives it to Chason. Quick shot wide of the net. And a penalty coming to Fedek as Ladouceur helped that one along a little bit.
Certainly did.
But you knew the next call that was close would go against Detroit. Whalers on the power play when we return. Ricky Lee knows he's getting some great goaltending tonight, and the Wings have missed a couple of opportunities, including this one here by Chason, but off the rebound. Watch Fedek stick right there, and Ladouceur.
He let the feet go up behind him like he stepped on a banana peel with both skates. But he got the call, and Rick Lee doing a teaching job. Spent, what, 8 years in the minors in the International Hockey League, so he certainly paid his dues before getting to the NHL.
Red Wings have not been faring well as far as killing penalties this year. They gave up 2 against the Flyers the other night in 4 chances. Their penalty killing is only 17th in the league, but they have scored a league-high 5 shorthanded goals. Good second effort by Barr, able to clear the zone. That Red Wing penalty shot by Carson, incidentally, the first one of the season. The last time the Wings had a penalty shot, March 20th last season, when Peter Klima was stopped here at Joe Louis Arena by the North Stars' John Casey.
We were in the playoffs. That was 2 years ago.
A couple of years ago, yeah. Here's Shabbat with a steal. Tried to thread it through to Barr, and Babbage was alert to pick the pass off. Up the left side for Dineen. Back for Babbage. Babbage. Dineen was cutting for the net. Now Zambo backhands it up the boards, and it's all the way down the ice. Mick, the players in the league this year that have missed on penalty shots: Doug Gilmore, Doug Smale, Kevin Dineen, and Claude Loisel. Formerly known as Claude Loisel, but he's asked that pronunciation be more
Loisel,
the French pronunciation. Habshide along the boards, have the puck, but it's taken away by Francis. Ron Francis across the line with Dineen and Anderson. It goes to Anderson in the corner. Back to the point for Babbage, and we got Dineen and Norwood. Kevin Dineen and Lee Norwood after a collision back there by the Whaler net. And that gets the crowd going a bit.
Dineen's feisty, and Norwood doesn't mind that kind of stuff himself.
Five minutes and 48 seconds will be the time of the penalties here. Take a look at the action here as it comes right into your living room.
Dineen was going for the net. I think Norwood rode him in. Is there a 2-minute extra for aggressor? If there is, it'll probably go to Norwood, but let's wait and see. We want to hope not, because they're already shorthanded with yet 30 seconds to go.
Well, Dineen threw a little bit of an elbow after Norwood had hit him, and that's kind of what started it, but I think something has happened. Francis, the captain of the Whalers, over to tell Coach Rick Lee.
Well, it's just that they can construe it as being the aggressor, because it looked like Norwood threw the first punch, but whether they'll call it that way or not.
Hartford penalties number 11. Kevin Dineen, 2 minutes for roughing, 5 minutes for fighting. Detroit penalties number 23, Lee Norwood, 2 minutes for instigating, 5 minutes for fighting.
Okay, so
Yeah. You know, that
covered at both ends. They got the elbow and they got the instigating. So that's a break for Detroit, though.
Yeah.
That call, you know, could go either way depending on the referee.
But in a situation like that, the reason that Norwood fought was because he was instigated by the ref.
Yeah, but that doesn't always work that
No,
way. That's
yeah.
the problem, you know. A lot of times the referee doesn't see the first one, but sees the retaliation.
Yeah, that's right.
Makes that call.
30 seconds left in the penalty to Fedek that has the Wings shorthanded right now. 14-12 left in the second period. And the kind of game the Whalers won. Low shot totals and low scoring. The Wings have had 1 shot in this period. The Whalers have had 4. The shot totals are just 11-9 in favor of Hartford. And Liut has stood tall. Of course, the shot by Carson that rang off the post doesn't count as a shot on goal. Here's Verbeek across the line with Anderson and Francis. Francis on the far board. Pressured there by Sean Burr. Now it's slapped away by O'Connell. 5 seconds left in Fedek's penalty. Verbeek along the board, sends it out to the line. Ladouceur is there. Fedek is out of the box. Here's Verbeek in the circle. Sends it across. Quick shot.
Ooh, it hit the post.
That hit the outside of the post. I believe you're right, as Francis got the quick shot away. Adam Burt back across the line. Trying to set something up. Drops it for Francis. Francis being checked by O'Connell. Sean Burr there. The puck squirts out. Anderson trying to circle the Detroit net. Sends it out. Quick shot. Ladouceur up high. Hanlon has it and drops it off to Zambo. Up the middle for Yzerman. Bouncing puck. Ladouceur recovers. Look out, boy, was Ladouceur hit in the open ice by Sean Burr. Verbeek knocks it away, but O'Connell recovers and passes it back up into the Hartford zone. But the Wings were looking for a line change. Brian Lawton backhands it deep into the Detroit zone. Zambo goes across. It's taken by Fedorko. Fedorko half-shot and Shabbat there. The drop pass Shabbat lets it go, and it was blocked by Grant Jennings way up into the seats out of play. 12:40 remaining in the second. Whalers lead it 2-0.
Ronnie Francis with a quick getaway. Took a nice feed from Verbeek. Cross ice, boom. Hanlon's moving as quick as he can. And the captain, number 10, wrapped it off the goalpost. Hartford continues to lead 2-0. 12:40 to go in the second.
Brad Shaw for the Whalers. Just plays it off the boards out through center ice. Doug Huda back to get it. Anderson right on him. Now Shaw plays it ahead. Anderson gives it back to him. Into the Red Wing zone. Dean Evison, quick shot just wide of Hanlon. Evison right out in front, and he fired it just wide of the far post. Held in by Shaw. His shot, Hanlon the save. Big rebound away for the puck. Shabbat has it. Shabbat is hooked, but he gets a shot away, and the rebound cleared from the open net by Shaw. Fedorko makes a little move with the puck to keep it in for a moment. And it's still in there. Shabbat, good play to keep it in as he was bumped to the ice by McDermott. Pass in front, Liut the save, rebound! And Fedorko never got the shot away. Bouncing puck comes loose, and Kevin Dineen starts it back for the Whalers. Or rather, it's Evason, number 12, that sends it in wide of Hanlon. Wings with all kinds of opportunities here in this second period. A two-line pass called there. Well, we're hoping in the second intermission that Mickey Redmond will be able to talk to the other Edmonton player that came over in the deal. Everybody talking about Jimmy Carson. Of course, he is the big name in the trade as you see Shabbat getting hooked there. But let's not forget Kevin McClellan. And ironically, there was a letter written by a fan to the Hockey News as we take a look at a later chance. Right there, Fedorko looked like he wanted to pull the trigger and just couldn't do it. A fan from Albuquerque, New Mexico, wrote a letter that I'll get to in just a second here. The face-off in the wing zone comes back to Quenneville. Plays it in behind the Detroit net. Jody Hull moves it along for Kostelic. Ed Kostelic out to the line. A backhand shot by Babbage is blocked. And it's cleared out to center ice. We've not seen Daniel Shank or Torrey Robertson, I don't believe, in this second period. Kosar outside, gets it to Gallant, but couldn't get the shot away. The Whalers very quick to get to the loose puck. Yzerman tries to dig it out of the corner, and he does. Gallant now trying to move it out in front. Loose puck right in front and score! Yzerman just did get it across the line, and it's 2-1.
Well, they finally get it past the big man. Not by much, but just enough.
I don't think this shot ever hit the back of the net.
I don't think so either, but it's a 2-1 game. Wings were putting the pressure on. Gallant had a good chance a moment ago. Here's Yzerman with the steal. It hit Liut in the right pad underneath, and I think it was in before Gallant got to it. Yes, the announcement. Yzerman. Gallant draws two guys to him. There it is.
Number 17, Gerard Gallant. Time of the goal, 9:05.
Gallant gets the only assist at 9:05.
Oh, there's a hook right back the other way, and Habchide's going to pay the price as he'll go for hooking Pat Verbeek. So the crowd no sooner in their seats after the Yzerman goal, and they'll have to watch the Whalers go on the power play again.
This will be Hartford's second power play of the period, their fourth of the game. Mick, just to get to that letter very quickly, in a recent column, Stan Fischler tells us not to be astonished if Dave Brown becomes as much of an asset in Edmonton as Marty McSorley did. For years, when people have referred to the Oiler tough guys, it was always Dave Semenko, Marty McSorley, Kelly Buchberger, and Dave Brown. But let's not forget one of the toughest players in the game today, Kevin McClellan. With 1,285 career penalty minutes going into this season, he's the Oilers' all-time PIM leader, penalty minutes. He was also an integral member of all four Stanley Cup teams, and that was from Michael McNeil of Albuquerque to the Hockey News. And interestingly enough, as we see Hanlon tie it up, there were reports that the Oilers were trying to unload one of the other tough guys in the deal with Carson, but the Red Wings wanted McClellan, 27 years of age, and can play the game a bit. In addition to his rugged play. Remember him scoring a big goal against the Red Wings in the Campbell Conference Finals a couple of years ago in Edmonton. Whalers with a man advantage. Babbage out of the line. Moves it to the circle. Verbeek lets the shot go. Grazed the outside of the net. And Burr has it. He'll slap it down through center ice. Yzerman from Gallant at 9:05, his ninth of the year, has pulled the Wings back to within one, but they have a Whaler power play to contend with here, approaching the halfway mark of the second period. Babbage drives it around the boards. Whalers hold it in. Scott Young steps to the top of the circle. Shot deflected off the
outside of the post.
Outside of the post to the left of Hanlon. That's Young can shoot it. He'll shoot it again. Saved by Hanlon. Babbage comes in. Chason slapping it up the glass, and it bounces past Young all the way down the ice. Babbage lead pass.
Could be icing. Hanlon's going to have to play it.
Verbeek challenged there by Zambo. But it comes out to the line to Babbage. Little flip pass on the circle. Guerrero is there. He's checked by Zambo, and Zambo clears. .35 seconds left in the penalty to Habscheid. Jody Hall, it was out of his reach. Good pass back the other way for Shabbat. Has Barr with him. The Whalers back in pretty good position. Here comes the late man, Salming. Salming's backhand shot wide of the net. Shabbat continues to be effective in a penalty-killing role. Here's Ferrero across the line. Drops it to the boards for Ladouceur. Ladouceur tried to send it back to Ferrero. Zombo had it poked away. Ferrero again, and that's tipped out of the zone by Salming.
Penalty here, coming to Hartford. Be interference or hooking, but in the meantime, Detroit's on the run. Zombo
gets it in front, and it's picked off. And a penalty coming to the Whalers. Red Wings on the power play, trailing by a goal when we return.
Hartford penalty number 14, Chris Lodedaris, 2 minutes for tripping at 11 seconds.
Have a look at Dave Barr trying to get back, and his right arm being hooked from behind. Chris Govadaris goes for the Whalers, and Detroit an opportunity here now to tie the hockey game. 2-1 Whalers, 8:44 to go second period. 15 shots for the guests and 12 for the Wings. Remember, the whole game in Hartford a couple of weeks ago, Detroit only had 13 shots, I believe.
Right, that's right. Here's Carson centering pass. Gallant banned on it, though. Anderson takes Gallant out of the play. O'Connell holds it in. Eiserman along the boards. Dean Evison knocked it away. Now Carson ties him up. Whalers fail to clear it past O'Connell. It goes to Chason. Lets the shot go. Rebound. A save by Liut on Eiserman. Wow.
He had to hit him with it. There's just no way. Kept in by Chason.
And he went high with that. You don't usually see a goaltender get up to stop that one. Held in by O'Connell again. Sends it across. Gallant for Carson. Just wide, or rather Eiserman and Carson both were cutting for the net, but it was Eiserman that got the stick on it. Wings still with control. 1:10 left in the power play. Out to the line, Chason. Goes back to Gallant. Gallant lets a shot go. Liut the save, and the rebound cleared over the glass and out of play.
Boy, is that Liut ever doing a number right now. Man, oh man. Gallant a bullet drive. Eiserman a deflection, a redirection shot.
Couple of great plays by O'Connell to hold the puck in, although the second one I thought the Hartford player could have gotten it by him, but he was in such a rush. He just really tried to move it along the boards. But O'Connell, give him credit a couple of times when that puck was almost certainly out of there. He kept it in.
Minute 4, yeah, it seems like with that control like that, they've been on that power play longer than 56 seconds.
Jimmy Carson goes to the bench, and Federico comes out there. Make the play on the left side with Eiserman and Gallant up front.
Full house here at the Joe on a Friday night, hockey night in Detroit.
Standing room only.
Wings on the road tomorrow at the Island.
That'll be the start of a 4-game road trip, although the Wings will come back actually in practice a couple of days next week before going back out. But they go to the Island. The Rangers on Monday. We'll have that for you here on Pass. Minnesota next Thursday night. And then in Toronto a week from tomorrow. Boy, that one hit the referee Roberts, but it came outside the line. Good play by Federico. Lets the shot go, and it was deflected by Francis, who got over there. Francis tried to get it by Chason, and the second time he will. Still 35 seconds left in the penalty to Govadaris. Red Wings 0 for 3 on the power play, but looking to tie the game up here as Eiserman is on the move. The Red Wing captain had it slapped off his stick. Whalers fail to get it by Chason. Salming moves it in deep. Federico to the corner for Gallant. 13 seconds left in the power play. Gallant in the circle out to Chason. Lets the shot go. Deflected wide. Federico back to Gallant. 5 seconds left in the power play. Out to Salming. Salming gives it to Chason. Quick shot up high. Eiserman bumped. It comes back out center ice, and here comes Govadaris. Chason coming after him. Govadaris shot to save. Loose puck.
Oh, what a stop there.
Oh, my.
Stayed out. Verbeek. You don't get many better chances than that, and I'm not sure if that hit Chason, but I think it hit Hanlon. I think Hanlon got that thing. But we will see on the replay as Verbeek very alertly just followed the play up. Govadaris out of the penalty box, picks up a loose puck. It's onside. See, right in the right of your screen, you just saw a glimpse of Verbeek, and Chason will go by the rebound after the save. Here comes Verbeek. Where does it go? Hard to tell right there. It was either Hanlon's right arm or Chason's left. There's Gopaderis, save Hanlon there. Away they go. Yes,
oh, it was Hanlon.
Right on the right arm, right above or beneath the elbow, whichever way you're looking at it. And that may be a big stop to put in the book with the score 2-1 right now. And the Red Wings with momentum. This is a much, much better hockey game than we had 2 weeks ago. There isn't any question about that.
Yep.
Both these teams really jumping and getting scoring chances, and the goaltenders at both ends playing very well.
Draw here controlled by the Whalers. Backhand shot just wide of Hanlon. Huda ties his man up. Now it comes loose. Shabbat gives it off to Norwood. Center ice now for Dave Barr. Up the middle for Fedek. Fedek lets the shot go, and that was deflected perhaps by Jennings. Here comes Huda pitching in. Liut made a save. Brad Shaw for the Whalers. Able to clear the zone. Huda backs up. Gives it off to Shabbat. His pass deflected off of Barr. Huda with 6 minutes left in the second period. Dumps it in behind Liut.
Huda took one of those in the back checks by Jody Hull.
Fedek. Holding it in.
Bang. Barr wipes out one of the Whaler players behind Mike Liut.
Here's Fedek. Lets the shot go. Try to go high with it.
Brad Shaw. He really took a lick from Dave Barr, number 32 Shaw.
Now the Whalers at center ice. On the move up the right side. Dineen. His pass deflected away. And it comes to Sean Burr. Burr gives it off to Shabbat on the move. Shabbat across the line. Gives it off, and it was behind Fedek. Fedek along the boards, takes it to the corner. Tried to dump it out in front. It was deflected by Jennings, and Evison starts it back the other way. Fedek's been out there a long time, almost 2 shifts, but they finally are able to complete the shift. Now the Whalers center it. Shabbat gets back there to pick it off. Shabbat, Habscheid, and Burr. It goes to Habscheid. He's got some interference there. He may get around Babbage, but Babbage got a big piece of him. No penalty called there. Habscheid can't believe it. Carson gets a piece of it. Holds it in for Habscheid on the circle. Out to Zambo. Quick shot. Save, Liut. Rebound. Habscheid couldn't get to it. Evison knocked it away.
Good defensive play by Dean Evison.
Here comes Anderson now for the Whalers. Anderson checked by Zambo. Still able to roll it to the corner. Evanson's pass goes behind the Detroit net. Babbage in the corner. Back behind the net, a centering pass, and
Hanlon's net again. And Hanlon will argue that the Whalers knocked it off, but whether he'll win it or not, we'll find out when we come back. Whalers continue to lead by 1. A reminder that guests on Red Wing Hockey receive a special gift certificate from Cousins Clothes and Cousins Big and Tall, both located on Southfield Road in Lathrop Village.
Make a special hello to pass along to Sarah Dahl and all of her classmates at the Troy Athens High School journalism class. I had a chance to speak with them earlier in this week. And they had a lot of questions to ask about the Red Wing telecast and all very much Red Wing fans. Ladouceur from the point, a shot deflected right to Norwood. And Burr starts it back. Burr, Habscheid, and Jimmy Carson out there now for the Red Wings, who trail 2-1. Ladouceur plays it around. Scott Young deflects it, held in by Sean Burr. He'll let a shot go that deflects a couple of times, and it ends up wide of the net. Habscheid centers it, picked off by Francis. Clears ahead for Pat Verbeek. Back to Francis trailing the play. Francis ran into Huda. Now Carson comes away with it. Circles back behind his own net. He just clears the puck. This will be icing. And Ladouceur will go back to touch it. And the faceoff will go all the way back into the Detroit zone. You look at Randy Ladouceur, who had the first goal of the hockey game. He was originally a free agent signed by the Red Wings back in '79, never drafted, and was traded to the Whalers in a 1-for-1 deal for Dave Barr. That deal back in January of '87.
Got to get well soon for Scott Bachman. Just take care of your back, Scotty, whatever that means. You must be ailing a little bit. And they're here from Mackinac City and Mount Pleasant tonight. Tammy and Pat watching the Red Wings try to come back and tie this thing up against the Whalers. 3:46 to go in the second period. Carson with a penalty shot, and Liut stoned him.
I was going to say, you knew this was a big night. We walked into the studio downstairs, and Big Leo Esch was here.
Yes, sir. Big Leo's here tonight.
Leo gave me a note. for Steve Murray from, I believe that's Barbara up in the Upper Peninsula. Happy birthday. Friends call him Murr. Okay. Whalers with a chance. Hull fires it wide. Dineen tried to follow up. It comes to Hull again. Lets a shot go that was blocked. And Koser able to clear the zone. Sends it to Gallant. Gallant is checked by Jennings. Boy, the Whalers really trying to take the center ice area away from the Red Wings. Zambo's pass ahead. Picked off and cleared by Shaw. Dineen. Poke check by Salming. Dineen gets it back. Had it knocked away by Gallant. Centering pass. Jennings gloved it away. Picked up by Salming. Into the corner now, out through the slot. They tried to hit Koser as he ran into Jody Hull. The two of them have some words. Zambo gives it off to Gallant across the line. Boy, Zambo is jumping up into the play. Well, they couldn't get the pass to him, and Grant Jennings now for the Whalers. Number 25 across the Detroit line. Less than 3 minutes to go, second period. Hanlon saw that shot all the way. Gallant cleared it up the boards, but Babbage holds it in. Shot redirected, a save. Hanlon loose pocket.
Wow.
Good play by Chason to get there.
He made a stop on the first redirection. That's a biggie. Koser roughing up. Who is it? Shaw? No.
Anderson back there.
And a penalty now coming up to Detroit.
It'll be Chason.
Chason for holding the Whalers press, and finally we get a whistle. Some tempers flaring down there. Koser really gave Anderson a rough ride, and it'll be Chason who will go. So we'll be back with 2:30 left in the second. The Whalers will be on the power play.
Whalers going on the power play because of this infraction. Chason puts the hold on Ferrero and kind of tackles him. Chason argued, but on the replay, it looked to be a good call by the young referee. And the Red Wings break it out now. It's O'Connell and Burr. O'Connell will dump it back in behind Liut. Whalers lead it 2-1. Randy Ladouceur and Ron Francis on the power play for the Whalers in the first period. Steve Yzerman here in the second, although Jimmy Carson had a penalty shot that was stopped just before that. He hit the post on a good scoring opportunity. And a whistle here from Lance Roberts to stop play. Chance to remind you once again that college hockey coming to the Joe Louis Arena. 3 big events. The Great Lakes Invitational December 29th and 30th. The CCHA League Championship March 10th and 11th. And the NCAA Division I Finals on March 30th and April 1st. You can have the same great seat for all 3 college events. The college hockey season ticket. Order yours at 567-7500. Draw goes out to the right point for Scott Young. That's the trigger man back on the point that the Whalers will try to get it to. In deep now, Francis. Verbeek scores, and a great setup. Francis to Verbeek. Bang, bang play, and it's a 2-goal lead. And the Whalers, who scored in the last 10 seconds of the first period, score with just under 2 minutes left here in the second.
Boy, they don't make any mistake or waste any time on this one. And Pat Verbeek does what you're supposed to do. That close in, and that's drill it right through the back of the net. See, when Norwood committed over there to Francis, that left Verbeek alone in front, and Glenn Hanlon can only stand by and watch him unless it hits him. And Verbeek absolutely buried it. That didn't take long.
10th of the year for Verbeek. He leads the Whalers in that department.
Assistant number 10, Ron Francis, and number 14, Chris Gavaderis. Time of the goal.
Francis and Gavaderis get the assist.
Here's Gallant. He's in.
Breakaway on Liut. Gallant. Save. Rebound. Save. Oh, boy. Zambo shot redirected. Liut stops that one.
Net again. Boy, oh boy, the Gallant scores there, and you're right back again. Not just because you're back within 1, but momentum is gone again from the Whalers and back on the Red Wings side. And not only does Liut stop the original shot, it goes right back on Gallant's stick. He snaps him off on the rebound right there. That's goaltending. Gallant tried to go right between the legs. And Liut's a butterfly go-down goaltender, too. You might be wanting to snick that thing up underneath the bar with a go-down goalie like Liut. Up over the shoulders if you can. That 5-hole, as they call it, which I don't particularly care for that term, is not a stationary hole like the others are. It moves all the time depending on the goaltender. And Gerard tried to hit it, and Liut closed the hole.
Well, Liut at 6'2", 195. Even as he's going down, he still covers a lot of territory. And maybe the shooters feel that he'd be more vulnerable along the ice. But,
well, you know, anytime we're out there and they put that, what do they call it, the Tudor shooter, the Edmonton Oilers developed, and it has the 2 top corner holes, the 2 bottom corner holes, and the 1 in the middle. That darn hole in the middle, and that stationary is the hardest one to hit of all 5.
Chason in front of the Red Wing bench. Boy, he was dropped in a penalty coming. That was kind of a
bad penalty to McDermott. Now, he's whacked everything in sight earlier in this hockey game, and it looks like he's going to go, and that is a bad penalty to take right on the heels of a Whaler goal and a 2-goal lead again. And he gives the Wings a chance with 1:29 to get some momentum and jump back into this thing.
Well, you know, the special teams, with all the talk about what's been happening with the Red Wings, their defensive play not what it should be, special teams have been a big factor. The Red Wings tied 5-5 the other night. They give up 2 power play goals, although one was with a 2-man advantage. And they failed to score on 5 power plays of their own. Here, the Whalers have scored 2 power play goals tonight in their 5 chances, and this is number 5 for Detroit, and they are still looking for their first power play goal, and that is the difference in the game, is the special team. It comes to Carson at the top of the circle. Sends it across the Whaler zone. Out to the line for Chason. He goes to Salming with it. Into the circle for Carson. Goes to Yzerman right out front. Chason, a chance, missed it, rebound! And Gallant fanned on it.
And the whistle. Yep. Fans won't like it because the puck was loose. Boy, they set that up nicely. I was just going to say, this is a very, very big 1:29. Because if you come into the 3rd period trailing by 2, it's just that mental edge that you leave with the Whalers. But boy, if you can capitalize, if Chason could have done it there, or Gallant on the rebound, one good shot and you're back in it. It's a totally different mental sense when you're sitting in that dressing room, when you score late and you've only got 1 to go to catch up.
Of course, Gallant just coming off a 5-game suspension Wednesday night, had a goal in his first game back. He has 8 goals in 8 games played.
You know, the thing about it is, even when he doesn't score on certain nights, he's getting lots of opportunities. And boy, when you get opportunities, sooner or later, you're going to score, especially when you've got his ability around the net.
Carson goes to the corner for Yzerman. Back into the circle, and it's knocked away by Dean Evason. Less than a minute to go in the period. The time on the clock you see there, the penalty will carry over to the 3rd, but the Wings really need to try to do the damage here.
Whalers are trying to rush the Wings and not give them time to set up deep in their zone.
Yzerman into the circle. Tried to give it to Gallant. And the Whalers able to clear. Chason was open at the blue line, but Yzerman tried to give it to Gallant, who was about 10 feet closer to the goaltender.
When a team's rushing you like that, there's only one thing you can do, and that's move the puck very quickly, and you'll catch them out of position. But you've got to move it right away. Don't hesitate.
Yzerman goes to the corner with it. 22 seconds left in the period. Yzerman has it along the boards. Carson sets up in front of the net. Gallant behind the net. It goes to Gallant. He tries to wrap around. Loose puck and scores! Salming with 12 seconds left.
Boy, that's a big one. That is a big one. And Salming was sneaking in for about 6-7 seconds behind everybody on the ice. Look at, there's 2, 4, 6, 7 players. There's a right defenseman. Here comes Salming. The rebound from the Gallant stuff, and bingo, it's a 3-2 game. And Salming gets his 2nd as a Red Wing.
Assist number 17, Gerard Gallant. Number 19, Steve
Gallant and Yzerman draw the assist. 1948, the time of the goal. Boy, McDermott and Norwood, watch these two. The buzzer sounds, and now Dave Barr gets in there as well. Boy, McDermott really gave Norwood a rough ride.
Well, of course, McDermott saying, hey, you may have gotten the better of Dineen, but try me on for size. And both of them were being a little bit rambunctious as they went into the boards. The period is over. As they announce the Salming goal is 2nd of the year, and now it's a 3-2 game, and Norwood and McDermott probably will get a couple of minutes each for roughing at the start of the 3rd period. So that's it. David?
And I know we had hoped to talk to Kevin McClellan in the second intermission, but we will talk with the new general manager of the Hartford Whalers, longtime holder of that position in Pittsburgh, Eddie Johnston. We'll have that and much more in our second intermission when we return.
You would think the god of hockey was shining down on Detroit tonight. Had Jimmy Carson made this penalty shot, we'd be tied right now. Jimmy Carson on Mike Liut, and he looked a little tentative, Jimmy did here. You got to believe he was really nervous in front of the home crowd. He does not score on Liut. Now, Steve Yzerman does do the scoring at 9:05 of the second period. He gets his 9th of the year from Gerard Gallant. And Yzerman and Gallant really can combine here. Now that's Gallant going into the corner. Now Yzerman, as they battle in the corner, Yzerman will try to dig this one out, and he will. Gallant now gets it, and Yzerman heads for the net, picks it up, and puts it in over Liut's right skate. That made the score 2-1. But it was Pat Verbeek who came back with his 10th of the year on the power play at 18:05 from Francis and Goverde. Right in front of the net, Gratz Govaderis, we'll get his name right. Verbeek, yeah, picking up his 10th of the year. He leads the Hartford Whalers in scoring. Bavaria Salming, with 12 seconds left in the period, will pick up his 2nd of the year. This one on the power play as well from Gallant and Yzerman, and this will bring the Wings within 1 goal. There's a bit of a scramble in front of the net, and Salming in to get the puck past Liut. Our score is 3-2. The Whalers with 12 shots in that period. The Wings with 14 for a total of 22, out shooting the Whalers 22-19. It's 3-2 Whalers. Let's head up to Dave and Mickey.
All right, thank you, Marty. And of course, the Salming goal, as Marty just mentioned, on a power play that was set up by a rather unnecessary penalty taken by McDermott when he chased Chason all the way through center ice. And McDermott did it again, Mick, really, at the 20-minute mark. That skirmish that he and Norwood had, McDermott gets the extra 2 minutes, a double minor for roughing. Norwood got 2 for roughing. So the Red Wings start the third period with their 6th power play.
Well, it's just an opportunity given to them by McDermott, and I wonder when McDermott gets out of the penalty box if he's going to see much more ice time, because that's not smart to not pick your spots, I guess, is the best way to put it.
When we saw the replay of Yzerman's goal, I said, you know, Koster could have gotten an assist on that. It happened so far back in the play that he touched it, but the Whalers never got control. They just announced that Koster gets an assist on the goal, so it was deserved. As Gallant now sends it around the Whalers zone. Wings with a man advantage. Yzerman tried to get it to Carson. It was blocked. Deneen sends it to Francis. Look out. Where did that hit?
Oy, oy, oy. That thing went like a rocket. That thing was shot out in the Whalers zone, and it hit the stands inside the Red Wing blue line.
Big Jimmy Carson, 142 career goals coming in. That counts the one that he had in Edmonton in the 4 games before he walked out. 60 of those on the power play. So 42% of his goals come with a man advantage. And that was really one of the points that Jacques Demers made at the press conference. He said the difference between a 35 and a 50-goal score generally is the power play.
No kidding, yeah. Oh, he's got great hands. I mean, you can see. And he'll have better hands than he showed you on the penalty shot. I think he tried to get that thing upstairs, hit the top of the puck, and it just stayed low, and Liut stopped it. But
here comes Carson trying to cut in, and he just fired it wide of the far corner. Chason holds it in. Back for Carson in the corner, quickly for Gallant. Wings spread it out. Carson again in deep. Back for Gallant in the circle. Out to the line, Chason. Back for Gallant. Chason lets it go. Liut the save up high. Anderson. He and Salming got there. And Dean Evison got it to the line and just outside. Chason back, being chased by Michael Anderson. And now Salming starts it away. Less than a minute remaining in the Red Wing power play. Salming drives it off the glass in behind Liut. Grant Jennings and Eiserman get there at the same time. Carson kicks it to the corner, gives it to Gallant. Carson gets it back, and as he tried to send it back to Salming, it went right over the stick. Quick pass, good one by Hanlon up to Chason. Boy, Carson was dumped right at the Hartford blue line. Ladouceur looking to clear, and he does. 30 seconds left in the McDermott penalty. Now somebody else must be serving the first 2 minutes. McDermott has to sit in for 4 minutes. Comes to Federico, back for Zambo joining the rush. Verbeek ties him up, shoves him to the ice. Eiserman gets to it. Tries to come out in front. He is upended. Francis looks to clear, and he does. Chris Gobadaris, the rookie, who had a breakaway opportunity in that second period, stopped by Hanlon, is the one that will come out of the box, and the Whaler penalty killers do the job again. Following up the play, Barrett, but Federico, and Liut again on a bang-bang play.
He lost the rebound.
Zambo back for Shabbat. Federico on the left wing. Shabbat follows up along the boards. He's checked by Ladouceur. Now far in the circle. Couldn't get the shot away, and Jody Hull picks it off for the Whalers. Hull, number 8, starts it back for Hartford across the line. Let's go the wrist shot. Hanlon the save. A big rebound. Zambo will drop it back for O'Connell. Back for Shabbat across the line. Shabbat inside out move, and he shot it up high. Liut made the save, and it ends up in the seats.
Ricky Shabbat doing a little bit of his magic. 17-13 to go in the third. Whalers by a goal. John Shabbat, who is doing the things that makes the coach happy this year. The old play the puck and get turned inside out by Babbage, and Shabbat did that, but he was a little bit off balance. But still got a pretty good scoring chance. Here's Carson getting knocked over at the blue line. Adam Burt from behind took him out of the play pretty well.
Habscheid shot does not get through. Bouncing puck. Whalers clear it off the glass, and it gets by Norwood. He's back at center ice to play it. Hit from behind by Deneen. Lead pass for Ferrero. Now for Jody Hull. Hull across, and they tried to hit Deneen. It was knocked away, and back the other way to Red Wing. Berg gives it off to Carson up the left side. Carson sets up for the shot, and the puck got in close to his skates as he tried to let it go, and it was deflected over the glass. Those are the little things, the little mishandling of the puck and things like that that goes along with not having played in a game situation a couple of weeks.
And it makes all the difference in the world. Just that little hesitation that let Jody Hull a chance to get in there, and Carson with the wind up to slap it. By that time, it ends up in the nickel seats. And now we see Fedek on the right side with Carson and Burr.
Demers just making the single substitution of Fedek for Habscheid right here.
I think that probably, as a goal scorer, is Carson's greatest asset, is that's his hands. Other than he knows where to be and how to get open. He's got a great set of hands, not only to score goals, but to make a play.
Carson lets this one go just over the glove of Liut. Up the boards, and the Whalers able to clear, but good play by Salming to hustle over there. Now on the move, here comes Grant Jennings across the Detroit line. Lets the shot go, deflected wide of Hanlon. Salming plays it up the boards. Center ice, Anderson for Shaw. He drove it off the boards. Salming and Zambo out there, and it's Carson that comes up with it. Carson through center ice into the Whalers zone. Carson tries to send it, or Fedek rather. Shaw clears it around, held in by Zambo. Back behind the Whaler net. Pass in front. Burr is stopped by Liut, who is in the right place at the right time again. Boy, Liut has stopped a handful of point-blank shots as Hanlon stops that one from 60 feet.
Sure has, and the way he's playing, boy, the Wings are they're not going to be able to give up anything else to Hartford. They just got to keep hammering him at Liut, and Hanlon's got to hold him out of there.
Young is checked by Eiserman. Would have been an offside call, so the Wings have to clear the zone. Here's a giveaway. Koser couldn't handle it cleanly. Couldn't quite handle it cleanly, and the Whalers back the other way. Verbeek with a chance. Hanlon kicked it out. Francis wanted to just step right into that. And the puck bounced. Francis being worked over by Chason. Francis goes down. Chason plays it around the boards. Koser is there. Gallant and Eiserman on the move. Puck is cleared by Adam Burt, center ice. Francis back the other way. Little move on Chason. Quick shot, fired it just wide and high. O'Connell clears it now to Gallant. Gallant has Kosar going up the right side. Gallant across the line on Adam Burt. Now it's knocked away and cleared past Chason. Verbeek one-on-one against Huda. And Verbeek sets up. Waits, sends it toward the net. Hanlon just steers it aside for Yzerman. Just over 5 minutes gone by here in the third period. Whalers with a 3-2 lead over the Red Wings. Kosar sends it into the Hartford zone. Liut out of the net. Now Babbage up the boards for Dineen. Pinching in Poderko, but the Whalers back the other way. Ferrero across the line. Drop pass. Here comes Hull. Lets the shot go. It was deflected by Huda wide of Hanlon. Poderko able to clear that one past Babbage. Back into the Hartford zone. Taken by Joel Quenneville. Now back at the Detroit line. It's Kevin Dineen across into the Red Wing zone. Taken away by Shabbat. Shabbat looking for the return pass from Huda. Boy, Shabbat really jumping here in the third period. He controls the puck. Backhands it in front.
Poderko?
Yes! Bernie Poderko!
What a play by Shabbat. Holy mackerel.
Dineen is going to argue, but the puck was in before Poderko knocked the net off the magnet.
Shabbat.
What a play by Shabbat.
You watch this replay. I don't think Poderko has to move his stick. Shabbat does it all. Poderko goes for the front of the net coming late. And Shabbat backhands it right onto the tape. Watch this. Look at that. And Babbage couldn't do a much better job of taking Poderko out of the play, and we're tied at 3. Watch this from behind the play. There's Poderko right there. He didn't move that stick an inch, and Shabbat hit it right on the tape. The veteran Poderko.
Third of the season, his second in as many nights. John Shabbat
Assist
will draw one assist.
16, John Shabbat.
Shabbat's 12th point
And
in
number
12 games.
27, Doug Huda.
Huda also gets an assist. And Demers comes right back with Carson's line. 3-3 our scores. The Red Wings have climbed back from 2-0 and 3-1 deficit to finally tie it up. This will be held in by Carson. Brian Lawton is checked by Carson. Top of the circle. Drops it back for Habscheid. For Zombo. The shot didn't get through. It trickles just wide. Zombo still in there deep. Sends it back behind the net. John Burr battling with the Whaler defense. Now Carson tried to center it. It was blocked by Gavaderas. Carson taken down. Burr hit the side of the net as he tried to wrap it on the short side, and Liut has to cover. The Wings are buzzing, and they tie the game at 3. Just a reminder, at the end of tonight's game, Mickey and I will be choosing the Kowalski Quality Moment, brought to you by the Kowalski Sausage Company, producers of tasty hot dogs, kielbasa, sausage, and other fine products available in the deli naturally. Face off to the right of Liut. 13:05 to go here in the third. 3-3. Wings and the Whalers. O'Connell holds it in along the boards, but Ladouceur there for the Whalers. Sends it ahead for Dean Evison. Rolls it in wide of Hanlon. Jason clears it center ice just out of Yzerman's reach, and that'll be icing. No, they waved it off. Whalers clear the zone. O'Connell played it off the boards, but right to Michael Anderson, who was waiting for it. McDermott lets the shot go. Missed the net. Now Anderson deep in the Red Wing zone, getting some help from McDermott. He's checked by Chason. Roberts the referee. Just watching him play. The puck's still loose. Now Anderson and O'Connell battle for it. McDermott in the corner. Out to Ladouceur. Sends it back behind Hanlon. Dean Evison is there. He centers it. Picked off by Yzerman. Starts it back the other way. Gallant's on the left side. Yzerman fires it off the boards. Gallant takes it to the corner. Sends it out in front. Nobody there for the Wings. And the Whalers back the other way. 4 against 2. Evison drop pass for Verbeek. Lets the shot go and missed the net.
Man, 3-on-1, and he blows it over the net. Bad judgment by Verbeek.
A good play, though, to get back Verbeek at center ice to break up a Red Wing rush. Verbeek again now. Across the line, checked by Kosar. Huda gives it off to Norwood. Cross ice pass. The Wings are just changing up for Beek. Sends it back into the Detroit zone. Norwood clears it out of there. Here's Babbage.
Both teams, Dave, moving the puck very well and quick. Bang, bang right away, making the plays.
Babbage will chase it back deep into the Whalers zone. There's Chabot again. Boy, look at him go.
He's a runaway train tonight. He's really flying, isn't he?
Chabot and Fedorko working the boards, but Francis for the Whalers comes away with it up the right side. He's got Scott Young with him. Francis into the circle, holds up. Now his pass was deflected. And Fedorko, little drop pass, hits Barr on the move. Barr's got Chabot with him. Barr tries to go wide on Shaw. Good play by Shaw with the hip check. Francis bumped by Fedorko. Fedorko centered it as he was going down, and Scott Young there for the Whalers. 3-on-2 the other way. Young across the line, lets the shot go, and Hanlon got through him. Well, that kid can shoot it. Fedorko hustling to clear the puck back to the Whaler line. Approaching the halfway mark of the third period. The Wings have scored one here in the third to tie it up. The man with the puck along the boards, Fedorko, is the one that got it for them. Ferrero's pass is broken up. Now Shaw. Back for Ferrero. Boy, Norwood went headhunting there. Here's Jody Hull, and Hamlin just held his ground. Puck is in the corner. Dineen battling with Norwood. Now Jody Hull. Hull looks to send it back behind the net. Penalty coming. Oh, and then Ferrero with a hit on Sambo.
Let go. I think it's going to be Norwood. Him and and Dineen were fencing with each other. Is it Detroit or Hartford? The Whalers are complaining. It's hard to tell who it's going to be on. We'll have to wait and see when we come back. It may be Hartford. 3-3. Back live at Joe Louis Arena. David, I apologize. I thought it was Norwood in front of the net because Hartford had possession of the puck and the whistle hadn't blown. But it's Dineen for the Whalers who's going to go. He and Norwood were going at it, and Lee seemed to get the elbow up, and the Whalers had possession behind Hanlon, and there was no whistle, and that would indicate that it was going to be against Detroit, but no.
Another big chance for the Wings with a man advantage. You saw the stat, they're 1 for 6 so far. And the game tied at 3. Back at the left point, Chason moves it along the boards to the corner. To Gallant, quick shot, Liu's the save, it's loose in the crease. Who's going to cover it? Of course, if somebody other than the goaltender covers it in the crease, it's a penalty shot. The Whalers did a good job. It comes back to Chason at the line. Quickly to Gallant. Back to Chason. It goes out now to Salming, and it's off his stick. Now Yzerman at the Hartford line. Sends it across the Whaler zone. Carson gets there. Leaves it along the boards now for Gallant. Back to the point for Chason. It goes now to Salming. Salming has the Red Wing power play goal. Carson quickly to Yzerman for Gallant. Tipped away. Chason. Good job to get a stick on it. And Salming holds it in. Carson still controls. Tries to send it across for Yzerman and never got through. Bouncing puck. Now it's in. Yzerman behind the net. Yzerman still holds it. 40 seconds left in the Hartford penalty. Chason shot blocked. Carson sends it back to Salming. He goes to Yzerman. Mishandles it, but gets it back in front. Carson hit the side of the net.
And he was decked and no call. Wow. This place is a buzz. Wings all over the Whalers, and we're tied.
Less than 20 seconds left on this power play, and the Wings have done everything except put it past Liu. Yzerman, but the Whalers were standing up. Here comes Salming. Lead pass for Chabot. He sent it into the Whalers zone, but the penalty to Dineen has expired.
Barr took a vicious run at Jennings. Here comes Young.
Scott Young now to Dineen, but the pass was behind him. Now at the side of the net, Young got a swipe at it.
Hey, these two teams are playing like it's a playoff game, aren't they?
Bouncing puck came right in Hanlon. He has to be alert to cover up. So the Whaler penalty killing the story so far. 3-3, 7:51 to go.
Three weeks off. Not too bad, young man. He's had some scoring chances. As the game's gone on, Carson's gotten stronger. He might have turned around. He had some room there, wheeled, and just fired it, but he sent it back to the point, and Yzerman sets him up right there, and he just missed that goal post. See Liut, how he was down there in that butterfly style. There's a big open area right over both shoulders if they can get that thing upstairs between the pipes.
Whalers control the draw. Jennings with a shot. Hamlin will save. To the line, Shaw.
Offside. Good call right there, boy. Shaw knocked that thing out of midair, but a good call by the linesman who realized the puck was over the line, even though it was in the air. He's talking to him about now. Hodges saying, no, 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 young man. It was out over the line.
It's like the football breaking the plane to the goal line for a touchdown.
Right.
The puck broke the imaginary plane. And so the offside call.
Great period of hockey and a hockey game.
Yeah.
One of the better games we've had here at Joe Louis all season.
Would have been icing, but Liut had to play it. Rolls into the corner. Fedorko is there. Sends it across the Whaler zone. Huda had it knocked away by Dineen. Dineen going to draw the penalty. Yes, he did.
Yeah, he got the legs churning and was held up by Huda with the hook. And Roberts makes the call. 7:24 to go, and the Whalers now go to the extra man. The Red Wings had their opportunity. They're trading them here. And sure enough, it'll be Verbeek, Francis, and Dineen. If he's not too tired, he may be tired after just taking the shift. He's the guy that was pulled down. And see, Dineen got the feet going. That was the key. And Huda hooked him because he thought he was trapped.
12 minutes, 36 seconds, third period.
Edmonton Oilers tonight, of course, with the new faces in the lineup. Home to Calgary. Edmonton's out in front. Simpson gets his second of the year. He's off to a slow start from Joe Murphy and Charlie Huddy. So Murph getting in on the action right away in Edmonton.
A couple of Michigan Staters playing on the same line. Simpson and
there's been talk that
Murphy.
the Oilers are looking to move Simpson. He had a bad training camp and only one goal coming in tonight, and he's a former 50-goal scorer.
John Burr nearly takes it away. He does. Backhand shot, and I believe it was blocked by Babbage before it got to Liut. But good work by Sean Burr in a shorthanded situation now as Francis carries across the line. Sends it along the boards now. Chris Govaderas takes the shot. Hamlin will save.
Oh, he's decked by Zombo and down and doesn't get up. Looks like Zombo cut him right in the back of the head. Not with his stick, but with his glove. And he went down, boom, and never got up. Zombo going, I didn't do anything. I just ran into the guy doing my job. He got in the road. Watch this. Watch Zombo's right hand. Elbow, actually, and a hand. Bango, right in the left ear. And now he's going to have to turn to the right side to hear the communications out there for a while that left ear rings a little bit. Detroit, Friday night, no, Wednesday, no, Friday. Wait a minute, you better go to the bench. He's got his bell rung.
Just don't ask him to spell his last name.
Those guys,
a lot of letters there.
Say, where are we? And if a guy hesitates at all, he says, you're going to the bench, man. What day is it? Who we playing? Burr with an excellent scoring chance, shorthanded again. So Govaderas heads for the bench for a little rest.
Minute 12 left in Doug Huda's penalty. 3-3 our score. 6:36 left here in the third period. The Wings have played their last two games here at Joe Louis Arena to a tie. 3-3 with Pittsburgh, 5-5 with Philadelphia. Zombo clears it down the ice. Babbage stops it at the Hartford line. Now it comes to Verbeek at center ice. Shabbat and Barr up in front of that penalty killing unit. Comes back now to Young. Scott Young. He was broken up there. Verbeek got it across the line offside. Now we're down to 50 seconds.
Even shorthanded, Wings standing up and breaking up the Whaler plays.
John Shabbat.
You know, in spite of, excuse me, Dave, in spite of the fact that it's the trade, the day after the trade, and Jimmy Carson's in the lineup, etc., this is a very big game with the Red Wings going on the road for 4 straight.
They're having not won in their last 5.
That's right.
Well, they got some ground between them and the first place Blackhawks, although Chicago had played 3 more games. They've won those 3 games. Started to mention Shabbat with that assist now has 12 points, and that equals his point output of a year ago in 52 games. Quite a difference. Francis along the boards, 20 seconds left in the power play. Whalers send it to the side of the net. Hamlin, look at
See, listen, look at the Whalers. Listen to them.
A reminder to the Detroit Titans basketball team. New territory this year.
Glenn says, geez, I can't understand it. It's always that right side, and
Golly gee, it wasn't my fault. Look at Hanley. He just backs up against the post. He knows very well he can just.
not up yet.
Right there.
Right there. Oops.
He just leans on it. You could hear Francis for a moment there before the PA got in and blurted out. Francis Deneen screaming at the referee like, how many times are you going to let him away with that?
Now the Red Wings off to the slow start at 4-6-3, Mick, but that's only a point worse than they were last year at this time when, remember, they struggled early.
Francis Verbeek rumored to Edmonton for Carson. Ricky Lee said, if they do that, I'm driving off a bridge.
Here's Yzerman on the move. He goes wide on Shaw. Yzerman going to cut right in. Liut made the save.
What a great try.
Huda will come out of the box as the Whalers rush back the other way. Verbeek. He looks to go wide on Salming, who knocked it off his stick. Now Deneen along the board. Drops it back to the corner. Verbeek is there. Norwood gives him a shove. Verbeek gets it to Deneen, and it's chopped away by Hanlon. Salming sends it around. Adam Burt holds it in. Huda there to clear the zone. Burt lifts it high in the air.
Oh, it's right with enough to Salming. He didn't see it.
Good play, though, to recover. Quenneville.
Whoa, what a collision. No penalty. Salming went flying. His stick went one way. He went the other.
Babbage plays it ahead now for Jody Hull. Hull's pass picked off by Gallant. Gallant and Norwood ran into each other, but Gallant able to force it up into the Whalers zone. Liu plays it back the other way. Govaderas gave it away to Zombo. Quick shot just wide of the net, and it hit the referee Roberts. Gallant tried to get it in front, and Quenneville a good play. Boom. He's hit hard by Kosar. Shabbat along the board. Boy, look at him control that puck. Out to Zombo. To Chason. Deflects in wide of Liu. Quenneville is there, number 3 for the Whalers. Kosar meets him again. Whalers send it around. Chason able to hold it in. Ferrero just backhands it up in the air to clear the zone. Gallant crossed the line, has Shabbat with him, but missed him with a pass. Wings got away with a hook there.
He sure did.
3:48 to go. Here's Shabbat on the move. Gives it off to Gallant. Gallant winds up, shovels it in, and Chason sends it behind the net. Dean Evison sidesteps Habscheid. Adam Burt able to clear the zone now for the Whalers. Carson drops it back for O'Connell. Ahead for Chason. Now for Habscheid across the line. Drops it down for Burr. Burr! Oh! Carson can't get the post it down.
Carson Deck in front of the referee. No call, and the fans are up with that one.
Hamlin out of the net. Look out. Habscheid comes back, though, to bump Evans. Whalers threaten here, but a good play by Chason got the stick in the way. And the Wings try to break out. It comes to Chason, center right. Cross the line, no. Broken up by Bradshaw, who stood up well. Carson sends it across. And Barr couldn't quite step around.
One of the Whalers got hit, I think, with his own teammate's stick up in the face. Bradshaw, was it? No penalty on the play. It was an accident. And we've got a dandy going for you with 2:54 to go. Michael Anderson was the recipient of that errant stick that got slapped up in the air. Watch Habscheid get decked by McDermott. He's been banging everybody all night. And here comes the errant stick. Here comes, look at 34 Anderson. There's the hit.
Oh, it was Barr's
stick, but he didn't do it intentionally. It was after the hit from a Whaler defenseman.
2:54 remaining in regulation time.
Great game.
Yzerman and Francis on the face-off to the left of Liut. Tied up there. Yzerman kicks it loose. Can't get loose from Francis. Now he does. Sends it to Gallant. Backhand shot. Did not get through. Yzerman is dumped, and the play goes back the other way. 3-on-2 for the Whalers. Francis drops for Young. Young shot blocked. Francis, what a save by Hanlon.
Was it ever?
He was stretched out about as far as he could go. And it comes to Kosar at center ice. Koser just trying to run through everybody, and he gets it across the line. But the Whalers take over. Shaw's pass goes up the middle to Verbeek. Dumps it in wide of Hanlon. Young trying to cut around Chason. Hanlon poked it away. Centering pass. And a big play there by Chason to get his stick on that one. Babbage, good job battling with Gallant to hold it in. But the wings clear. Driven back in wide by Verbeek. Less than 2 minutes to go in regulation time. 3-3 our score. Chason gives it to Yzerman. This is the end of a long shift for the captain.
Bar.
Pass did not get through. Whalers clear up the middle. Ferrero, center ice, waiting for the Whalers to finish a line change. There's a broken stick laying down in the Whalers zone. It's out in front of the Ute. Here's Jody Hall with a chance. That's it in front. That's a goal.
Yes, it is.
That's a goal.
Oh, boy.
That's just a bad break right there for the Red Wings. It went in underneath the Hartford player who was on the ice. I don't know who it was. Hanlon had made a great save.
Was Hull. I think it was Jody Hall who broke for the net and took a pass from Dineen. And Hanlon did make a super stop on the rear. It was tipped right in front of Hanlon at the last second. There's Dineen with the little tip right there. No, it's Hull that makes the pass. I'm sorry.
That's Ferrero.
And Ferrero, who just followed through his momentum, carried him into Hanlon and knocked the puck into the net.
Assistant number 8,
Right
Jody
there.
Hall.
The side of his pants. And there's a counter with 1:36 to go. I think Jacques Demers has called timeout. And you're right, Dave. It's just a bad break. These teams go end to end for about 6-7 minutes. And the Whalers get a break and have the lead.
Ferrero's 4th of the year. Hull and Dineen drawing the assist. 1:36 to go. And Demers talking about some strategy, and we'll be looking for Glenn Hanlon to head to the bench for the extra skater probably any time that the Wings get it across the Whaler blue line. But yes, what an important game this is, Mick. The Wings winless in their last 5 and looking at their next 4 on the road. And of course the Islanders, I'm not sure, we can check it very quickly. Have the Islanders won a game at home? I know for a long time they had been winless on home ice. They still are 0-4-2 at the Nassau Coliseum, but quite the opposite going into Madison Square Garden, where the Rangers have lost only once, and that was to Philadelphia last Monday. And then into Minnesota, the North Stars have cooled off after a hot start, but they've been tough on their home ice, and of course the Wings have already lost once in Toronto. So a big 1:36 here. The Red Wings trail by a goal. They need one to tie it and send it into overtime again. Yzerman, Gallant, Koser, Chason, and Salming. Adam Burt to center ice, and it's dumped in by Evason. Salming bangs it up the boards. Chason rolls it to center ice. Sent back by Adam Burt, blocked by Chason. Good job by the Whalers. Now Koser, though, able to dump it in. And boy, did he take a hit from Vladisar. Now the Whalers, Dineen. He had it knocked away, but it comes to Dean Evason.
Oh, good block by Chason right there to keep it alive.
Here's Carson across the line. Wings have the extra taker. The pass went just over the stick of Koser. Back to Salming. Now Gallant. Carson had it hop over his stick. Pinching in is Chason. Tried to fire it toward the net. It didn't get through. And it's kicked out of there by Evason. Racing back is Salming. 45 seconds left in the third period, and the Wings need a goal to send this to overtime. Gallant's pass for Carson broken up. Scott Young. Now Kevin Dineen. He'll just play it back into the...
That'll be icing. No, they wave it off.
Salming drives it around, but Scott Young was waiting there. He fanned on it.
Good time.
Gallant ahead to Yzerman. Yzerman sends it across the Whaler zone. Carson behind the net. They bring it out in front.
There it is. Where is it? It's still there.
Oh, and it went wide 15 seconds to go. O'Connell's shot didn't get through. Rebound just over the net. It was Yzerman. Yzerman again.
Oh, the Utes got it. Wow.
Dave Barr tangling now with McDermott.
They're just going to let them wear each other out.
No, it's Grant Jennings, I believe, 25, not McDermott. Boy, the Wings coming so close.
Oh, boy. You know, that puck laid at Liut's feet for the longest time, and there was about 3 or 4 Red Wings there. and they just couldn't get a hold of it and dump it in, as Liut didn't know where it was either. 9 seconds to go. Face-off deep in the Whaler zone. We'll be back to see what happens.
Well, Jacques Demers still with 9 seconds for his team to get the tying goal. But let's look at this sequence here.
That was after the puck had laid in Liut's feet, and Yzerman dumped it over top of the net, but it was deflected by a Whaler, and then the argument starts between Jennings and Barr. But Whalers have called a timeout. That gives the Red Wings a chance to rest their people.
Barr and Jennings got 5 minutes each for fighting at 19:51. So 9 seconds on the clock. Empty net down to our right. Wings will have the extra attacker on there. And the Wings going with Yzerman, Gallant, Carson, Fedorko, Norwood, and Chason. The goal by Ray Ferrero with 1:36 left in regulation time. The difference in the hockey game right now.
Only one man back, the trigger man, Chason. Everybody else up.
Evason will take the draw for the Whalers against Yzerman. They also have Francis out there, who's a center, but Evason, the right-hand face-off man, will go against Yzerman here.
And as usual, everybody's trying to cheat and jockey for position. Get the edge. Yzerman wants to bring it back and let it lay right there for Chason. Now they're trying to get Chason to move up in somewhere. Jock yelling from the bench.
No, he wants
Gallant back there.
Yeah, he wants Gallant as a trigger man.
Chason goes on the board to tie up for Beek.
Now it'll be Francis will take the draw against Yzerman. Yzerman wins it to Gallant. Lets the shot go. Doesn't get through. And it's cleared out of there. That'll do it.
No goal. Doesn't matter, though.
It'll be a 4-3 final. The Red Wings set it up to try to tie it up. But the Whalers win it 4-3 on a late goal by Ferrero, and the Wings winless streak goes to 6 games. We'll be back with our recap, including our Kowalski Quality Moment right after this.